That's somewhat better. Move it along a little bit. There we go. Oh. Right. Just keep talking, just keep swimming, 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 swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, 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 swimming. Which means it's working, which means we get to go. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Yes, in the last episode we had continued on with episode 4, A Turnabout Forsaken. And we were in the middle of something very strange. Nurse Needler, turns out, had faked the autopsy report and the preliminary findings. And we were figuring out that we're not sure if we can still get Kay off the hook. Because it turns out that because of what Nurse Needler has done, then everything we know is completely wrong. Oh, and there was also, wasn't there like we got like some audio recording of the burn mark on their hand and things like that. So yeah, we're in a very sticky predicament in the last episode, but we start this episode off with Edgeworth going, "Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?"
Objection!
Oh, hello there. I'm back. Don't worry, I will be helping everyone, especially you, my Edgeworth. You're still my subordinate. After all these weeks, yes, it's only been weeks since the last time you were my subordinate last time. But you are still my subordinate. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Francisca, what are you doing here? As I told you before, my Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all. Okay, there we go. But don't go to getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecution. I understand that. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoot at that? Prepare yourself, my Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second. What? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Oh, you figured it out, didn't you? Oh, you so figured it out. Miles Edgeworth! Well, someone say something. Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Francisca, but we already proved that ourselves. I just jumped out of my skin. It was the wind that moved the door. You're what? Yes, just a few minutes ago. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? Well, you didn't exactly give us a chance. And I suppose you know about the murder weapon too? No, not yet. Ha! Good, then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface, and the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem. A circular surface? And you're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board? Two trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more. That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you're overstepping the bounds of what? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into the underground auction. When this murder occurred during that auction, it would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to related parties, especially the victim. My, you've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear? Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head. Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified. Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two. Apparently, well, it wouldn't be you, because you're the circular, you're star. I don't have any idea, actually. What?
Oh my guys, they didn't turn up any of the weapon during my investigation.
And yet, one need only think about the setting and an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. An object with a circular surface used in an auction, obviously talking about... What would an auctioneer have readily at hand? An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
We never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it is a likely candidate for the murder weapon. But without evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that. Oh, I have just the evidence you need, right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon. Back. I don't know. I want to say it's the autopsy report, but I don't think it is. It's either the autopsy report or committed chamber blood.
Take that!
I'm gonna try the autopsy report. It clearly points to the auctioneer's hammer having been the murder weapon. What on earth you're talking about, Mazda, to us? Put that thing away before I stick my whip on you. Before? Well, what was that just now? If the hammer really is the murder weapon, it didn't change from before it was used. I need to recover the evidence again and focus on that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, can you really show us evidence the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon? Of course I can.
Take that!
Feck. Oh, so sorry.
Take that!
The masks, because one's missing. Really? How is it not the masks? Take that! No. I am really confused on this one. Take that! Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why, because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of, isn't that right, Chairman Winner? I'll have our people look into this right away. You really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you, He seems very confident we'll never find it. Very well. Oh, pardon me, a search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess. For fuck's sake. A little bit longer, that would have been fine. Always the way, always the sodding way. Order! Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. Ah, that is bad news indeed. Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict. What a terrible shame, but I suppose the fool who left the murder weapon behind. Certainly what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. No, there's not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back to the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then when it came to those sentences, I recommended life in prison every time. Every single one. Oh, if only you could see them. There's stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces. The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law. There's nothing more I could do. Kay and I are both... If only I had some proof. I never imagined I'd be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road, huh? By the power vested in me, Excelsius Winner, this court hereby indicts you of your crimes. What? Huh? What on earth's gotten into you, Verity? I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident, namely the IS-7 incident. What? Bitch, what? Why are we coming back to the IS-7 incident? But what does that file have to do with... Wait... Oh, you mean... Your last night visit to this chamber... That was to... Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Although, sadly, it would seem I arrived too early to get to the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me, that was a ruse to buy myself more time.
What the heck are you doing, Gamal? You can't just accuse my dad without proper ground. It's defamation. Ooh.
An excellent observation, Eustace.
Wait, it is?
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Kammer had some details about the victim's body fabricated. Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this?
Inside Man, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. von Karma. And deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What? This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes, or to challenge their power. And they're known to go to the extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report?
Oh wait, you have to understand. Yeah, but she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said, and she didn't have any choice.
He? The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time. The chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No.
The man who gave Papa his first penalty of his career?
Yes, that was me! I brought your dada down a peg or two, didn't I? That lying bastard! And all in the name of the law and justice! Well, your dad knows nothing of the sort!
Excelsior winner, it was you!
Objection!
No! What are you talking about? My dad would never do something like that!
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All that nonsense with the body. Well, that was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And a fake autopsy report? Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such a dishonest thing behind my back.
Hold it!
We could just ask her why she did it. Well, she is standing right over there, after all.
Wait, Rubicon, she... No! I'm sorry, I knew, that's why I... Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. And they said he was going to charge you if you didn't help them with their plan. They said that I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
So you were coerced into it, were you? So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner?
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer, and they definitely looked to be about the same amount as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something, any detail, no matter how small will do.
Oh, wait. The mask didn't cover their whole face. One of them wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
A tattoo?
Objection!
Are you hiding a tattoo under all that hair, Mr. Winner, sir? I wouldn't be surprised if you were.
This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. I really hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be.
Overruled!
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess. Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here? I am not the only one who's been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer had been trying too. But I, pardon me, refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? Oh, but why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew the victim? Why, I do believe this is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
That's how this is going to go. You mean you hound me until I finally break? Well, if that's the way you want to play it. Fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you!
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we never really had any personal interactions. At least, none that I can remember. I had no motive to murder the poor girl whatsoever. I have absolutely no idea why she was after me.
So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this?
Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of winners.
That's very kind of you, Lucius, but you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me.
Ray, you got it. I won't let the business on you. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth. I know you will.
Yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child.
He really loves his dad, huh? There's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. No matter how much he respects him, regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins and die.
This won't be easy on Mr. Winner, but it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this.
Hold it!
As a member of the committee, you must have at least been familiar with her face. Sure, but that's about all. I saw her every once in a while.
Hold it!
So you're saying you barely knew it at all? That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. Yes, why I never even knew I had that birthmark on her hand. You didn't? Yeah, I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone before you know it, they're gone. It's such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next.
Yes, because they dared to stand up to you, and you are making them disappear. If you could please add your remark while the victim is burnt to your testimony, Chairman Winner.
Objection!
No?
Someone's really enjoying this, huh?
Of course he is. He has his father here to back him up. That's just fine. I'll just take the both of them down. Together.
Hold it!
You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark? You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't.
Well, this wasn't just any old scar. I'd say it's permanent, pretty noticeable, in fact. Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself. Victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves.
Great makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize being something of a sensitive soul myself.
I hope you're not too sensitive to append your statement to your testimony.
Objection!
Really? Really? Yes, right, fine. He's the top, the winnest, yeah.
Yes, the cheerleading is a little cringe-inducing, though, Eustace.
Objection!
No? Okay.
Hold it!
So you remember her always wearing gloves?
I mean, it was something of a trademark of hers, yes. Who knew it was to hide a burn mark? I always imagined it was just a fashion statement. Does your friend here has something to hide under all these bandages, I wonder?
Oh, me? No, I don't have anything to hide.
You don't? Not even the stony visage of cold-blooded murder? If anyone here is hiding such a thing, it's you. Now let's expose your true face if it's the last thing I do. You never fail to entertain my boy. Go ahead and do your worst.
So, Miss Ring always wore gloves. That reminds me of something. I should look over all the evidence again.
Hold it!
You never had any trouble with her professionally.
Don't be so silly, my boy. I'm far too important these days for such trivialities. And by all accounts, her work was unimpeachable. Besides, our difference in studying meant we hardly ever interacted.
That doesn't prove you didn't kill her, does it?
Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? And it would save your little friend.
So it does seem that Miss Ringer had some personal interest in you, at least.
Indeed, but I can't for the life of me imagine why. Too bad, too sad. Without the motive, you can't logic your way into pinning this on me.
Hold it!
You have no idea at all as to why she was after you.
Well, let's see now.
It's because there's a real catch.
I suppose you could say that, yes. The admirers, they come. And they go again.
You couldn't even dream of being like my dad.
Pardon me?
Very true. Not many ordinary people could quite match his achievements.
It's remarkable, really. How so many people come into a life and then for so many leave it.
I certainly won't complain if you chose to leave Verity, my dear.
I think it's far more likely that you'll be the one leaving today in handcuffs.
Yes, very droll, but if you think I'm finished, you will be sorely disappointed.
I have to think back over what we know about the victim. If we're not sure how to report she's taking a look at the evidence, you might find a new way to interpret odd evidence. How does it help me, Francisco? And how to help Kay Faraday? I couldn't care any less about you all. Nice to see she really is worried for Kay, in her own Francisco sort of way.
Objection!
No. No. How? Okay, interesting. Beats me. I guess it doesn't.
Right, I thought so too.
I am lost. It's definitely this one.
Objection!
Fingerprints!
It literally says,
Whose fingerprints and blood were found on the hood?
Objection!
Ah, there it is. So, Miss Ringer always wore gloves. If she did, that raises a rather important question, and highlights quite a contradiction.
Contradiction, you say?
Really? Well, if you listen again to the conversation that was captured by the stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean. And I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that bun from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Ah! We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you from the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer.
And where's the problem with that? It's a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves, as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to her killer.
Objection!
These pieces of glass can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's...
But she hadn't. She's still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered, too.
What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winner, you darn daddle.
I see. You're both looking to disappear, too. Oh dear, that was very close, wasn't it? Oh, poor man. That can be arranged.
Not this time, Excelsius Winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. You kids, the burn was covered up. Why does that even matter?
Oh, it matters. Because it turns out, our understanding of the burn mark on its head.
What? What do you mean? What can the fact that Victor's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us?
Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves. Therefore, the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording?
Somebody who, wasn't the victim?
Precisely, which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim.
No way!
Objection!
Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Miles, I see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now. Really? Where? You little fairy, will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid.
He's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was. And fast.
I wonder where it could have been. All the ocean people were wearing disguises, right?
Yes, each disguise was different.
Yet in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means...
Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume we have some evidence.
Take that!
Here's my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner. Oh, what exactly is that supposed to tell us? A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This design should have covered almost all of your skin. But, according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. Was it a tattoo, or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one?
Burn mark on the face?
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy, but I regret to inform you that none of the committee members have such a burn, myself included, of course.
Oh, but Dad, you... I mean...
Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later.
Gil...
Well, you may have been an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner, but on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you. His son is as good as an indicator of the truth of this I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine, namely who that one unexplained item belongs to.
What's the matter, Mr. Rainer?
I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, it seems to have gotten all there too quick. He seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer.
He's sad because he knows the truth? So it's better not to know the truth at all.
Okay, it's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once. Right when I needed to hear it most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence.
I want to know, too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Treacherous, will you show me?
I very much intend to.
You don't know when to give up, do you? There's this burn there. Perhaps you can point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because there's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer.
Yeah, all the contradictions, all you like. You won't find any, because he's my dad, and we're through and through.
I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do we do?
I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life. You useless nitwit!
But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. I only gave these a valedictorian. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy, graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you?
You.
Those tests you aced? I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won. The judges are all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. Oh, gone. My own son. Oh, they all leave in the end. Oh, I mean, he was trying, he was failing, and all he did all for me. Then he should have tried harder. You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father. You certainly don't deserve to be the chairman of this committee.
Even I feel sorry for the boy now.
Oh, Mr. Winner.
Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is? Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
What are you, useless pawn? Sounds about right. When you want to talk, Melody, you try to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace, too.
I cannot deny it, however. I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless? How could you?
Objection.
Because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering it to the goddess, to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius Winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on her face that night, it would follow the chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
Oh, ow.
Take that!
That should be a real burn mark, is it?
Overruled.
I don't know. That was what I needed to hear. Yes, I know. A burn mark on the boy's hiding just on the side of that difference. Yes! It's his beard. It's obviously his beard, but...
Take that!
Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There's one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used.
I seem to remember it being wavy.
What you two talking about? Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what does they have to do with a burn mark? Well, she found with 2 wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare. It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to say the truth. I compare Chairman's winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us. Stop it! Stop staring at me! One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it. You mean...
It wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed, not a wig intended to go on the top of her head in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Excelsius winner? This is on my own, dear boy. Not very unkind of you to suggest otherwise. We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth. And I desperately tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. Yet we still fear that he might expose you, so rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant.
There it is, the burn mark! Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks.
No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. It was very kind of you.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor. No. As a friend. 'Twas the least I could do.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. Search for the missing auction hammer continues, however. We are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
What? How could that be?
He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person. And then they found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seemed to be to ones of correspondence. So he led to the conclusion they must have been working with each other.
That's quite the conclusion to jump to.
As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket.
Sounds to me like he's trying to make excuses for himself.
Yes, well, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now.
And under her scrutiny. Sorry. Goodness me.
Such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, all the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Grail, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there?
Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover, and so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see. So that's the story behind the case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last.
So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner?
I'm afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Do you have any idea why?
Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me most.
Oh. I do really feel bad for him.
Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. No matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me. Our father's influence isn't easily erased. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways.
You're right. You've got to be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that feeling?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay. You'll be patient. I had a responsibility too, and instead of letting them accuse you of guilt. Dang right, we ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. Mine's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory?
It's
like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more.
Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who is the defense attorney?
It's supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding a replacement.
Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde.
And of course, to terrified useless, there's nobody attracted to the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave.
Wait, please! What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's going to happen to it now?
With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities has been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now.
But
Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making.
And I assume you do not mean to change your mind?
Of course not. I chose the path of the truth, and I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Winner out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I'd be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
Very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. Seems you're destined to continue on different paths then.
Well, I trust you'll keep my batch safe until they converge again.
With all I have. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
Kay's promise notebook.
It seems it was due to be sold in the auction. The name Kay written on its cover. General Winner made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in letters after all.
Letters he claims to know nothing about. As he insisted he didn't prepare them.
He also had something else to say. Only I thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook, Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals would let them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney, who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. I just didn't like her.
That's a thing, by the way. Where's Eddie in all of this? Not once have I clocked on to the fact that not once has Eddie been in this case. Where's Mr. Fender?
Your belief in her is touching. Well, the notebook did become part of Chairman Winner's cover-up scheme. It is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's. That's why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her recover her lost memories. Yes, is everything alright?
Judge Grail wanted me to return something important to you.
Aww. I was quite adorable. But I've also seen this meme quite a bit. And it haunts me because it's actually not Promises K's notebook. It's a ticket to the circus. Because remember,
You are not just a clown, you are the entire circus.
so yes, I've seen this picture before. In meme form. God damn it. Ah. But hey ho. Didn't spoil anything, thank God.
Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh wait, I forgot to write one down. Most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remembered it just how you said it. Well, now I'll never forget it.
I'm actually somewhat tearing up right now. This is actually beautiful. Oh, this is actually beautiful though. Oh.
Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right, I have to try. Die. Gah! I'm Kay Faraday.
The greatest thing I'll do. Great thing I'll do. Ah. The great people do anything to get our hands on the truth. Second, you had to gross with a system is treacherous.
Kay! Is that really you?
Guess I'm a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back. And I couldn't do it without you, Stretchworth. You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
Thank goodness, you suddenly seem to be back.
Okay, so this is the real you, huh?
Welcome back. So good to know you better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it out, so don't you dare go lose that memory of yours, young lady, you hear? Miss Needler, Dr. Hers, thanks a lot for looking after me. And if you're running off, Brandon, how about you get them dang hospital duds? Oh yeah, I'll show you clothes for you. Here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
He handed them over as soon as to us after they came back to forensics.
And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask.
Anyway, never mind that now. Put it on, Kay. I want to see.
Wait, what about the bandages? I just said to remove them.
Oh, it's probably fine. She might have taken a big old bump there, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise.
And then, why are the bandages in the first place?
Prevention's better than cure. A search in time saves 9. That was just a few of my mallows.
And both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patrons.
Okay, Kay. Transformation time. Yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. That smile suits you better too.
As it always did.
Nice to you too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did.
I simply came when Scoffy asked me to. I'm sure he'd be happy to see us there to back to ourselves too.
Speaking of Gummy, where is he?
Who knows? Perhaps the veil of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone swore me his badge. Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me.
Wait, what's gonna happen to them?
That is an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago. Their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that excesses for their cost of inculpating of court will, of course, be taken into account.
Don't worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and you get together, we'll be alright.
Take care, K-Father. Until we meet again. So, Kay. I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions.
Sure, ask away.
What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing?
Let's see, so he asked me to meet them in Gourd Lake.
Oh, no, Gourd Lake! No! We're not going back! We're not going back! I don't want to go back to Gourd Lake again! For like, what is this now? Like the third, fourth time?
But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in red raincoat started walking toward me. They must have dragged me somehow because that's when I fell unconscious.
What? I'm not sure I follow. Here's a Gourd Lake looking up the moon?
Well, anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. It was very bright, I have to admit. I almost got stabbed by the LED lights, too. It was... I kind of dreamt that I was flying on the Pegasus. It was fun. Days and days, and stumbling around up there when I saw a person in red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. So surprised I stumbled backward. Then I was falling and everything went dark. And when I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in red raincoat, who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it is making my head hurt.
Just breathe, Kay. You just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is... Iron things are all mixed up in your mind because you're at Gourd Lake one minute and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together.
Huh? But those are two totally different places. It is pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily.
I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused. It's either the lights or it's this. It's either lights or the store. I'm going to say the store. There are two key similarities between the scene down at Gourd Lake and the one to cherry blossoms and fruit stands.
Wait, you're right.
Those similarities would cause your memories of both places to overlap. The person in red raincoat wasn't walking in midair, they were walking toward you from across the park. But your blurry memories, the same sight played out over the viewing platform instead.
No way! It's just greet these memories, huh? That's just cheating.
Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was the person in a red raincoat she saw?
Do you hear that? Sounds coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look.
Well, hooey, I smell another scoop in the oven.
You're still here? 51st floor. Small room.
It's kind of a nice little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
It's still going.
But I'm no good with technology.
Come on, you have to pick up. I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth.
Okay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume? I know that voice.
I thought it might have been Shelley DeKiller. Ha! We're getting more Shelley DeKiller, and I don't know whether that's good or bad.
Shelley DeKiller!
Oh, congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident.
How do you even know about this case?
That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we?
I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. Not how are you to explain a piece of evidence that proves so damning to Kay's case?
Oh, wait, an evil mastermind? But who?
Oh, who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts? What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement?
Take that!
This right here proves that somebody else was behind all of this.
Sorry, I don't get it.
Sadly, neither do I.
That wasn't it. One lady's very suspicious.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
Take that!
No.
Take that!
Nope.
Take that!
Nope.
Take that!
No.
why? What is it?
Take that!
No.
Take that! Take that!
A letter K, supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah, I don't remember even writing that.
So, who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know.
How do you know it wasn't you?
Now, why would I do a thing like that? I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest.
He even knows about my badge?
Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now I bid you farewell.
What the heck did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? So why is he so interested in us anyway? Ugh, this one's just one giant ball of mysteries.
It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. Even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth. And that is the end of that case.
A very good case. I liked that case, actually. I did. I liked that case. That was a good case. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen all the evidence from like all the games, like both games, all cases, and things like that. Really pretty cool and everything like that from Turnabout Airlines, and Turnabout Visitor, Legacy, everything like that. But we know what we must do. We must move on to episode 5 and watch the opening cutscene of what may happen. Shh, episode 5, Turnabout for the Ages. That's that kid. That's that kid. I want to say I don't believe it, but in a game where you have spirit channeling and an entire country dedicated to spirit channeling and all and all that stuff, yeah. I don't know what to think. I don't know if I believe it or not. But that is something that we're going to have to discuss in the next episode. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really, really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!